Hello and good morning, and a very warm welcome to the Visit York Tourism Conference 2025. I'm Brendan Paddison. I'm Interim Dean of the Business School here at York St John University, and I'm also Chair of the York Tourism Advisory Board. And I'm delighted to be hosting today's conference and to see so many people with us here this morning. I'd like to extend a special welcome to the Deputy Lord Mayor of York, the Reverend Councillor Chris Coolwick. It's great to have you with us this morning, right up there in the gods, so thank you for joining us today. Before we dive into the day, a quick note on housekeeping. So please do take a moment to familiarise yourself with the fire exits near your seat. The fire alarm is not planned this morning, so if the alarm does sound, please follow the green and white signs to evacuate safely. Toilets are located back through in the main atrium where you arrived this morning, and if you need any help, support or assistance during today's event, please do speak to a member of the team who'll be more than happy to help. Today's conference is being filmed. It's not being live streamed, but we are recording today so that we can share today's presentations via the Make It York social channels afterwards. So if you don't want to appear on camera for whatever reason, please do let a member of the team know. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank today's sponsors, who without their support today would not have been possible. So a big shout out to our headline sponsor, Alaniar, and also to Your Waste, our sponsors for today. We'll be sharing highlights from the conference on our social media channels throughout the day, and I encourage you all to do the same. We'll be using the hashtag VYCon25, so that's the hashtag VYCon25, and we really want you to tag us in your posts. So, for those of you that still use it, you can find us on X, once affectionately known as Twitter, at Visit York Biz, so that's at Visit York Biz, and that's Biz with a Z, and also on trusted LinkedIn at Visit York Membership and Opportunities. So please do tag us in your posts and remember to use the hashtag VYCon25. We're really keen to create a buzz on social media about today's conference. 2024 was an exceptional year for tourism in York. The city welcomed over 9 million visitors, hosted its first Snook Trail, celebrated the unsung heroes of our hospitality sector with the return of the York Hospitality Awards, and saw the launch of a bold 8-year tourism strategy for the city. It really has been a remarkable journey so far, and 2025 promises to take things to the next level. And as we look ahead to 2025, we've got an exciting programme of speakers and a panel discussion to look forward to today. Later this morning, we'll be hearing from our two keynote speakers, Alex Warner, the Chief Executive of Great Scenic Journeys, and Stuart Paver, the newly appointed Chair of Make It York. We'll also be hearing from Katerina Rysava from Visit Britain, who'll be sharing the latest tourism insights and trends with us. And following our networking lunch this afternoon, we are hosting 2 sessions, a Visit York membership MOT and the Green Business Forum workshop on sustainable tourism. And hopefully you've all signed up to one of those sessions. But before all of that, I'm delighted to now welcome to the stage Sarah Loftus, the Managing Director of Make It York, who will be reflecting on tourism in York in 2024 and looking ahead to what's coming up in 2025. So Sarah, the floor is all yours. Thank you very much.
Well, good morning, everyone. And as Brendan says this morning, I'm just going to cover 2 things. Firstly, our achievements for 2024 and what's planned in 2025. Well, our achievements. It's great news. 2024 has been absolutely brilliant. Since April, 15.7 million people have viewed our social media. That's 15.7 million people who know about York. Our social media has grown by 7.4% and our social media video views have increased to a record high of 2.6 million. Our website has had 4.5 million views, an all-time high. We've had 9 million visitors to the city, and so in Sarah's world, that means that we have had a 100% success rate in converting website visits to real visits. Work that one out. Visit York is the most active DMO in the UK on social media, consistently posting more content than any of our other counterparts, including Visit Scotland, Visit London, and Visit Manchester. While some of them might have greater followings, our dedication to publishing regular, engaging content and telling the world about you as members. We have delivered 5 bespoke marketing campaigns this year: Green, Summer, Haunted, and North York Moors and the Minster, with partners. Each campaign has delivered, on average, 16.2 million impressions. And partners in these campaigns have made a minimum of 100% return on investment. More than 750,000 publications about York have been distributed nationally. We are in the top 1.3% of companies followed on LinkedIn. Now, I believe they're impressive statistics and well worth your membership. We've had the highest retention rate of members in the history of Make It York at 94%. And I believe that this is because businesses in the city have more confidence in the direction of travel we are taking, and that we are showing a real return on investment. The retention rate is higher than most membership schemes that average about 60%. Again, a really, really impressive statistic. We remain one of the only major UK cities that have kept our Visitor Information Centre open for business, and we're really proud of that. Many closed when it got tough, but we not only have kept it open, but we've opened a pod at the station in the summer to welcome summer visitors. And this year, we had an information chalet at the Christmas market to ensure a personal welcome to our visitors. I believe we are the leaders in customer services for visitors in the UK. International travellers this year have returned with 1.3 million visitors, generating an economic impact of 434 million for York. York is noticed across the globe. We now have our Weibo site, our WeChat, and we have a little red book as well. And we are the leading city in England for those sites and the account. We have held 12 major festivals. That's one a month. I challenge you to find any other city that can boast this achievement. In fact, 87% of Ice Trail visitors surveyed came to York specifically for the Ice Trail, and nearly a third of those were residents. The Christmas market went from strength to strength this year. The new layout received positive comments. 1.2 million people visited, 37% stayed overnight, and 130 articles were published about Christmas in York. And gladly, we also had no complaints about toilets. We held the first UNESCO Media Arts Expo in the UK, working with the Setica Film Festival, and we really did show the world how fantastic our creative sector is. We've improved our business as Make It York. We've got stronger financial controls. We're very different from what we were 3 years ago. We've developed and implemented robust and fair tendering processes, and all supplier contracts now have an environmental target. And we've also retained the Good Business Charter. We've also seen a massive increase in footfall to the Shambles Market, and we know the Shambles Market is in the top 5 places to visit, both for residents and visitors. The York visitor spend is 2/3 of all spend in the city. So without this, businesses would have to operate on 1/3. So the tourism sector really is good for business. We've had 51 filming requests for the city last year, and 5 so far this year. Larger, more recognisable productions that filmed in the city last year, including Channel 4's Patient series, The Voice, ITV Drama Queens, Lucy Worsley Investigates, and Four in a Bed. And hopefully we've got a really good one for this year, but I can't say anything about that just yet. Alongside these achievements, there are some highlights for me. The Snooks Trail. Yes, we took 5 snooks, an ice trail, and a tansy beetle to King's Cross Station. That was a challenge, but it really did show our city in all its glory. We raised $27,000 for charity. We engaged with 20 amazing sponsors. 2,250 young people from 14 schools were involved, and we had a 97% satisfaction from participants. That's an amazing result. You know, whoever gets 97% satisfactory, well, we do make it York and York. And it was great for me too, because my hero, Dennis from Bangs and Cash, hosted the auction, and he did tell me that the snook was the most bizarre thing he's ever had to auction, but he did do us proud. The Halloween campaign, with our partners, First Bus and York Dungeon, we reached 28.7 million people. With our campaign video viewed over 3 million times, the Haunted Hub drew 60,000 visits, driving 4,000 users to partner sites. This is probably the scariest video ever, and it certainly engaged with the public. In fact, our PR efforts delivered 100-to-1 return on investments. After all, we are the most haunted place in Europe. We also joined the Chamber to New York, to go to New York and create some really great links with tour operators, with one fan visit taking place this year. But the highlight for me has got to be getting Visit York in lights on Times Square. And Chris Pegg even gave me a signed dollar to mark the achievement. I'll spend it well, Chris. Thank you. Yorkshire Day. Every 4 years, each city gets to celebrate Yorkshire Day, and we worked with York City Council to put on an amazing showcase. I think it was the best in the last 4 years, and Claire's nodding. It was. All the Yorkshire mayors attended. We had a fabulous little bird market on Parliament Street, and we had some street entertainment to really showcase York. The flooding toolkit, if you haven't seen it, please use it. We are all getting really tired of the national press printing out-of-date pictures of York in flood. So we've worked with the Members Advisory Group to fight back and tell everybody York is open, and a little bit of water doesn't really stop our tourism sector from functioning. All members have it. Please use it at key times and get the message loud and clear that York is open for business when it floods. We also have the Chinese Ambassador Programme, and that's a real gem. We work with Will and we recruit Chinese students to market our city and enjoy the attractions and hotels and restaurants. It's a fabulous success, and it's the only one in the country, and it's a very, very special resource for York. We also unveiled our Heathrow Hopper with LNER, advertising the city to 79 million passengers who use Heathrow. We are showcasing how easy it is to travel sustainably from London to York. After all, it's only an hour and 40 minutes. The Shambles Market has been recognised as the TripAdvisor's Traveller's Choice Award. The award celebrates businesses that have consistently received a greater traveller review. The market is among the 10% of all listings on TripAdvisor globally. I think that's a fantastic result for the city. In June 2024, Which, the independent UK consumer champion, reported York to be in the top 4 best cities for food and drink, and again reporting that the food court at the Shambles Market has become a destination in its own right for international street food. We are really leading the way in York. We also renewed the rules and regulations for the Shambles Market. and the process we followed has been held up as national good practice for market management. And my team is presenting nationally on Thursday the process that we followed. So that's all the good news. I love the good news. It's the only time I get to tell people from your investment what we've been able to do for the investment. And I think it's been a fabulous year for 2024. So I thank you, members. And hopefully you'll renew next year. Well, this year. What's in store for 2025? Well, with Visit York celebrating a major milestone this year, we've reached our 200,000 followers across Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, LinkedIn, YouTube and Threads. And as of today, we're now at 426 followers, showcasing our growth in digital presence and continued success engaging audiences, both locally, nationally and internationally. So we're going to keep raising the profile for 2025, and we plan to have 5 marketing campaigns, including our national campaign, which is This is York, an annual campaign showcasing everything York has to offer to the domestic visitor. Our activity will highlight off-season and midweek breaks, engaging all audiences and demographics to the city. Our summer campaign will be about This is Your Summer Adventure, primarily a regional campaign targeting families to come and visit the city. We will also focus on sector-specific campaigns, leading with This is York, the Chocolate City, highlighting our rich heritage of chocolate and showcasing our fantastic food and drink offer within the region. Other sector-specific campaigns will be pushed out throughout the year, all celebrating what's great about York, the best city in the UK for everything, from heritage to independent retail to attractions to accommodation, simply everything. And after the fantastic Haunted launch last year, we'll be working with partners to enhance the message of York's the most haunted city. Halloween is definitely putting York in the forefront and the place to be at the spookiest time of year. Alongside this, I can announce today, which is really exciting, we've also entered into a partnership with Marketing Manchester, who have secured Visit Britain funds for Gateway Funds, which focuses on the US market, which is a strong market for the city. Visit Manchester asked us, only us, to be their partner. And I think that's something to be really proud of. And I'm even more proud because London didn't get the money. So this campaign will go live on the 10th of February, but it does really demonstrate how our brand is, how strong our brand is. We're also partnering with Visit Greenwich. And in fact, they asked if they could change the name to be called Make It Greenwich. Maybe I should charge them. But we're doing this alongside City Cruises and LNER. After all, there are only 2 rivers to visit in the UK, and that's the Ouse and the Thames. We're really upping our game in international marketing. That's what our partners have told us. So we've already attended 2 trade and consumer shows this calendar year, and with 3 more planned with our partners, North Yorkshire Council and North York Moors, City Cruises, Castle Howard, York Minster, LNER and the Jorvik Group. As a result of these, we will be welcoming 3 fan visits of agents and press from America, Netherlands and Germany in March and April. And if you want to be involved, please go see Sam at the break or after this conference. We're planning a full year of events. Our events calendar is updated every 6 months on the website for all to see. Members, you can custom make your offers to tie in with those events, and we would encourage you to do that. The events calendar is getting stronger and more diverse each year. The UK's largest ice trail is happening in York this weekend, with 30 fabulous sculptures and a large ice cube selfie. And it is big, even bigger than the Snooks. We do it big in York. And of course, that event wouldn't happen without our sponsors. So I thank all the sponsors who help us deliver the Ice Trail. And it is getting slightly irritating that other places in the country are doing ice trails, but they'll never beat us. The key new events coming this year that we'd like to introduce is, given the success of Yorkshire Day, we're going to do another. So we're going to do a Yorkshire-themed market, and we're also going to look at seaside-theme activities to give a little bit of a twist. We're also going to be working with Rebecca Newman on a new children's festival to ensure family fun, and we're also proud to support the children's proms. The tickets went live yesterday, but it's going to be really, really good. Autumn, we're going to bring back Haunted Festival with spooky activities. I'm not going to give too much away because we want to build that excitement and get you all ready, fearful, scared, excited. We'll be working with a number of third-party event organisers also to enhance the city centre programme and looking at future options of how this programme can be developed to add to the visitor and resident experience. We'll also be delivering the second Expo for Media Arts to build on the success of 2024. And again, shout even louder how special this designation is for the city and what wonderful creative sector we have. We'll also be tendering other spaces that we manage, the Knavesmire and Tower Gardens, to spread activities. We hear that people want us to spread activities across the city, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So people can have more fun and more reason to come and visit the city. Our 27th Annual Visitors Awards will be taking place on the 20th of March. So if you haven't bought your tickets, you need to, because it's the best event that York has. We are one of only 2 DMOs in the region that hold an awards. We think it's really important to showcase our industry, and also the winners of those awards often go through to the Visit England Awards. So again, it's really important to show everybody we are the best. The Christmas market will be changed. We constantly listen to feedback, and as the Christmas market contributes 81 million to the local economy, we want to maintain it as a highlight for York, but we want to make it even better. At the moment, we're only in the top 5 globally for Christmas markets. Many people would see that as an achievement, but I know York can do better, and we want it to be number 1, the top Christmas market in the world. So come on, help us. This year, 2025, we will be number 1. The Christmas market will certainly have a really different feel and presence this year. We want to improve our membership offer. You'll shortly receive a link to a member survey, and this is a real big plea for me, for you to just please fill it in. You know, your opinions do matter to us, and you know, it's really important that you give your feedback, because this will help the team review our services and ensure we're providing you with what you need to showcase your business and the city. It will also help support our activity plans for 2026 and also our campaigns for 2026. So please complete this, as we really do need to know your views. They really do matter. We'll also be building on our existing strong partnership with North Yorkshire and the Combined Authority through the Visit England LVEP status, which we gained last year. So we'll be focusing on international marketing, skills development, sustainable travel and heritage. Protecting and enhancing our tourism sector is a priority for us. I'm glad to say this year has already started with a massive bang, and I mean a massive bang. York Residents Festival 2025 broke all records with over 110 views in January, 28% increase from 86,200 in 2024. The incredible demand temporarily crashed our website on the 9th of January as pre-booking went live. Who says residents don't like tourism? I challenge you. This year also saw the most seamless process yet for members to submit their content and offers, making the festival a huge success for residents and businesses alike. So thank you again, members, for making it such a wonderful event. And let's make 2026 Residents Festival even better. So if you didn't have an offer for 2025, you must have an offer for 2026. So that's your challenge from me to you today. Lastly, it's Make It York's 10th birthday. Wow. Not near a teenager soon. So throughout the year, we'll be doing lots of unique and special events to celebrate this achievement. We have the ambition to be self-financing by 2027. We're nearly there. We're the only DMO in the country that has assets from our City Council to manage rather than wedges of cash. So we are the envy of other DMOs, especially as they're facing cuts from local authorities while we go from strength to strength. And that's thanks to all of you, all our members, partners and stakeholders believing in us and wanting us to be the best DMO in the country, which we know we are. So York is simply the best. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank my team, because it's a tough job they have, a really tough job. And all the success is down to all of us in this room, but my team worked tirelessly to promote the tourism sector. So if I can just indulge a little bit and give them a little bit of round of applause for their hard work. I can see you all now. So I just want to finish with showing a little short video about all our achievements for 2024. And thank you once again.
Okay, I'm thrilled to now welcome to the stage Katerina Rysova, the Senior Insights Manager at Visit Britain. Katerina and her team provide expert research and analysis into the inbound and domestic visitor landscape across the nations. It really is great to have you with us today, Katerina, and I know many people are looking forward to hearing from you about the latest tourism trends and insights. So I'll hand you over to Katerina. Thank you very much.
Good morning. Thank you for inviting me to share some of our latest insights and trends. My name is Katerina Rysova. I'm a Senior Insights Manager at the Visit England, Visit Britain. Just in case you wonder, Visit England is focusing on domestic tourism and supporting the tourism businesses in England, while Visit Britain is focusing on the inbound tourism. And our research team is focusing on supporting both missions at the same time. First, I would like to mention, I say in the title, latest. In my world, latest means latest available. In tourism is being seasonal, which means we often need to consider the full calendar year to be able to compare the trends and to look at the trends. So some of the slides will look at 2023, because it's the latest completed calendar year. 2024 will be completed in April, May. So please have a look at our website later this year, in a few months' time, to see the more up-to-date data for 2024. However, I've got some very fresh data as well to share from January, from this month, as well as finishing off with something that was released just yesterday. There's the clicker. Right. So what I will talk about, firstly, I will take you through a brief recap of the past few years since the pandemic and how the tourism has changed over the past few years. Then I'll share tourism statistics. There are my notes. Then I'll share some tourism statistics. So the story in the recap will be supported with the numbers. Then I will dive a little bit into York statistics and then move on to outlook and forecast for inbound tourism, followed up by some travel trends that I would like to share with you. Right, let's jump into the recap. So looking back, travel restrictions post-pandemic were removed in April 2021. That's when people could start traveling again. And because there were still some concerns about COVID and catching COVID, international tourism haven't yet picked up that year, but the summer 2021 was very strong on staycations. In 2022, international tourism started coming back, in a good sense that there was some inbound returning, but in a slightly negative sense when outbound was also returning. So outbound started to replace domestic holidays. In 2023, we could see more of an impact of cost of living crisis that started